What's up, y'all? I'm Jalik from WearTesters.com. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we're taking a detailed look and review at the Nike Kyrie Low 4, not the 4 Low, even though these are very similar to the Nike Kyrie 4, but they look like the Kyrie 7. So I just want to start off by saying this was not the colorway that I really wanted to get for a review for you guys. I was really hoping to grab that Keep Suit Fresh colorway, but because of availability, pricing, things of that sort, my size, I ended up going with these. Now, as far as the colors and everything, I don't mind that. I think it is a fun color scheme. It's just more of the cartoonish graffiti like Nike branding on there. Like, we know what the swoosh means. You don't got to spell it out for us.
Alrighty then.
But after the Sue Bird colorway, it was between these and just a very basic black and white with a little bit of gold. It's funny, those predominantly black and white colorways are just getting really old when it comes to KDs and Kyries. But now they're with the Nets, so where do we go from here? But anywho's, before we get into all of that, I do have to show you all at least a quick look at the box here. There's a lot of details going on with this, very much fitting for Kyrie. I'm not here to give any of my personal opinions on those box details. I'm just simply showing you what to expect when you buy a Kyrie Low 4. But as far as the Kyrie Low 4 goes, it's kind of crazy. We're on the 4th iteration of the low top series, which is separate from the main line, even though the aesthetics of this are catching up to the current mainline iteration. Retail price on a low series usually runs around $110, which is, according to calendars when this releases in the US, is what this is expected to retail at. Don't hold me to that. That is subject to change. I've seen some crazy stuff happen with release calendars where entire shoe names change, pricing may change by $5 or $10 either way. But one of the things I find interesting about what they're doing with the Kyrie Low series is kind of how they're mirroring things a little bit with the mainline series, where they're kind of going in threes. So you had the Kyrie 1, 2, and 3, and then they made the hybrid of those three, and then you had the 4, 5, and 6. They made a hybrid of those, and now the 7 is kind of embarking on a, I guess, somewhat of a new journey. That's kind of the case for what's happening here, except it's more so from a tech perspective. The Kyrie Low 1, 2, and 3 all share pretty much the same exact tech setup. Not the same tooling, but as far as like the inner guts, it was pretty much the same setup with those. They're switching things up a little bit on here, and what we're gonna do here is go ahead and start off with the outsole of the Kyrie Low 4. While the overall tooling isn't the same as the Kyrie 7, the outsole itself is pretty much, not even pretty much, it's the exact same outsole as the Nike Kyrie 7. From the teeth wrapping up the side to the computational traction pattern, onto some of my favorite details about the outsole. You have the Euro sizing underneath the heel. And then you also have the Kobe tribute, which is Kyrie quoted as saying his legacy is going to live on forever. Yeah, everything about this outsole is the same as the Kyrie 7. I can't find any differences with it, honestly. Now, the cushion is changed up a little bit, even though it does have generally the same shape of the Nike Kyrie 7. It is sculpted a little bit differently. You have the plastic cage above the teeth has been removed. Then you also have some ridge detailing going across the sides. And then on the back piece, you have some additional branding for Kyrie. Now, where I was saying that these are very similar to the Kyrie 4 tech-wise is with the actual foam that's used. This is a full-length cush line, which Nike was happy to spell out for us on the shoe. But what they don't spell out is what's in the forefoot of the shoe. Instead of the Kyrie 4 using Zoom Air in the heel, I've actually seen these chopped up on YouTube, and it did reveal that there is a rectangular Zoom Air unit in the forefoot of the shoe. As far as how it feels on the foot, I can't really tell that there's Zoom Air in the forefoot. I'm not sure if that's because the cush line itself isn't what I expected it to feel like. I would say the best comparison I can make is the Nike LeBron Soldier 14. The cush line seemed a little bit firmer in those, and you also couldn't really feel the Zoom Air too much in those. So that's kind of how these feel. It's not super mushy like something you will find in these guys, the Nike Kobe 6 Protro. Cush line isn't quite as plush, and therefore, you know, Zoom Air isn't really all that prominent. Hopefully with some break-in time, maybe it'll soften up a bit and I will be able to get more out of it. But as far as how it feels right now, honestly, I'm just kind of neutral on it. Now for the upper things are interesting here. You have a bit of ripstop, some textile. Nike went for cost efficiency, but support at the same time in these. It is a half booty construction, so there is a neoprene-like feel underneath all of this. I'd say for the most part, a nice and cozy feel. Obviously, you have some more inspiration from the Kyrie 7 with these little finger pieces here. They aren't quite like the Kyrie 7 where those are a lot thinner and go straight to the footbed. This is more of a wide setup, but it does help with the lockdown. We'll get into that a little bit later. The back half here with the ripstop should add some breathability to the shoe. The half booty pretty much stops right about here. You all won't be able to see, but I can actually see the light that I have here, my key light going. I can see the light shining through right in this section here, so you should get some ventilation in that area at the very least. Same on the medial side as well. And one thing I'll say for sure, it'll be interesting to see how everything goes with these. Now for the fit, this is not my true size. These fit pretty snug. What I would recommend everyone do is go with their true size or whatever you normally wear in Kyrie's. Wide footers, if you have the opportunity to try these on before purchasing, I would definitely recommend that. My main concern for you guys would be the wing piece on the medial side. When that flexes, it actually is going to pinch in a little bit there. Even though I'm not a wide footer, that's one of the reasons why I kind of regret not getting these in my true size. But since I love y'all, I wanted to give you all a look as soon as possible on these. So that meant that I had to get a pair from Asia, which doesn't carry my true size. So I went a half size down, but my recommendation would be going with true size, possibly a half size up for wide footers. And then jumping back to the upper real quick, I keep reminding myself the quality control on these is a little sketchy. Not only do I keep looking down and seeing a lot of glue around like the midsole edges and outsole edges, but I have this nasty looking glue stain right over the top of the foot. It's just, ugh. I'm gonna be hooping in these, tearing them up anyway, but it's bothering me, I can't lie. It's bothering. Yeah, gotta be careful not to have too much fun playing in these or people might get the wrong idea. But as far as lockdown goes, I think this is going to be great, especially in the forefoot area. These wings here, they lock you down very well. And then even with the size that I got these in, the rest of the fit is just very nice. There's room for adjustments, all of that good stuff. The only thing I would say, there is a bit of a slope down here where it comes across my big toe. So for people that might be trying to get as snug of a fit as possible and not going with their true size, I would just say watch out for that. I don't know how it's going to break in. Fortunately, there's no mustache or anything like there was on the Kyrie Low 2, and we'll just have to see where things go from there. And then to wrap it up real quick, just touching on support, there is no support bar. I didn't see one when the shoe was chopped up, and it doesn't seem like there's one in the shoe having it in hand, but I'm not necessarily concerned with that. I think that the foam, the midsole itself, is going to provide enough support. The shoe doesn't flex too crazy or anything like that, so not really a concern of mine. You do have a heel counter. It's a nice sturdy internal piece, so everything feels good there. As far as the rest of the shoe goes, we'll see how things go with testing. And that's about all I have for the Nike Kyrie Low 4. These are currently out overseas, so we may have some eBay links down below in the description. As far as a US release goes, I think sometime in May. I could be wrong, something could pop up a little bit earlier, but as things look right now, it seems like there's a placeholder for May. If there is any official announcement or anything like that to confirm the US release date, we will keep you updated with that on our WearTesters socials. And with all that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Y'all take care of yourselves, take care of one another. Until the next time, my name is Jalik, Leap by short, and I'm out.